So I guess I just wanted to start a video right now. I couldn't help it. No calisthenics here. So might as well just go ahead and fucking do it because I was thinking about it. And you know, of course people are rubbed the wrong way all the time when I say something. You know, I'm just like anyone else. I don't always plan my words the best. So in the gym, the first thing I want to tell people is in the gym, I get along with everybody. Like I'm probably least likely to get in a fight unless somebody wants to just come at me just because I'm there and they want to just create havoc over what? Just some rogue dude they want to fucking give shit to. That's how gyms can be if there's that kind of situation where there's a motherfucker in the gym that just can't shut his mouth or wants to look good, at least want to see if you will fight him in the gym, which then you get kicked out of the gym, you know? But that's not what I'm talking about, really. The only reason why I'm doing this video is because I want to make some comments about how I use my etiquette. And one of them is, everybody seems to, when they're an alpha, you know, talk a little shit here and there. But most of the time, it's a sarcastic form of shit. Like, for instance, if I say something like, I don't want to be a gym douchebag, that doesn't apply to everybody in the gym. I mean, there's a lot of them though. You know, gym douchebags, they just go in there and, you know, they do get pretty big or whatever, or maybe they don't get that big. It doesn't really matter. They're still, at the end of the day, you know, you can sit there and technically call them a douchebag. But the truth is, most of the people, you know, I give mad respect to anyone who goes in the gym and works out. And I never like try to discriminate against them if I do feel like they do something. And a lot of people think I'm light on what I do. So, I mean, I'm sure it goes both ways. Obviously, I'm not in the gym doing fucking 300-pound bench presses or none of that shit. And let's just call it what it is. I don't do any of that shit. You know, what I do is I just try to stay accurately acute. So I'm really into angles, and that's my new thing. At least I try to exaggerate it a little bit every time I work out. I try to think about how can I pull another angle, how can I pull another angle, what movement would do it, and that's how I work out. So sometimes the angles are just so fucking rogue, like I don't even think it's gonna target any area particularly extreme, but as an addition to other angles I'm doing, obviously, like a bodybuilder, that shit starts to look good. You know, you're like, okay, yeah, I can't deny that shit fucking at all. Whatever that was, that short little movement I'm doing on the dip bars when I'm just laying down and using my elbows to do like a bird flap, you know, when I'm laying down, I'm just doing that. I'm not using this forearm or anything. Well, anyway, when I do those, I feel so good in there. I ain't gonna lie. That shit feels so good, you know, in my triceps. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's almost like medication, you know, it's just a little short movement. You do enough of them though, and this shit warms up your blood really good too. So like, I mean, like, what I mean is it gets it moving quick, even though it's a short movement, because you're doing a lot of fast reps on them, you know, going like that. Kind of like a flapping bird, okay? Well, anyway, these kinds of exercises are routinely done by some bodybuilders. I wouldn't say all of them use these kind of techniques, but a lot of them mix in calisthenics into the mix. And when I look at them, I'm mad respect. I'm like, wow, that dude. And sometimes in all calisthenics, it's like they never quite lost it when they were a gymnast. Now they're fucking doing shit still, and they're humongous. You know, you see guys like that. You wonder, you know, are they taking something? You know, always you're gonna wonder. Are they taking something? No, I go to all the sites, not all of them, but I go to a lot of sites where they take something just to because some of them got great knowledge to boot, you know, even though they're, because it's more of a biochemical thing where it's not like a full interest, because I'm not going to do it, but yeah, you know, I want to know what goes on when the motherfuckers are clicking with that shit, you know, and if you want me to just explain it, you know, any kind of artificial shit that you're not supposed to have in your body. Of course, I like to see freak shows like everyone else. Bodybuilders can be really cool, but I don't really like so much the competition aspect. I just like good aesthetics. I like to look at people that don't give a fuck about bodybuilding and just look great, and you just look at them from a distance and go, I bet you he's not even a IBF pro or anything. You know? Then you're just looking at it and you're like, I gotta ask him, hey, are you not, you know, whatever, pro? And they look at you and they go, no. I go, are you a known bodybuilder? Because you know, you're too astonishing in size to not be. He goes, no, I'm not. And you just kind of look at him like, oh, I might have fucking ticked him off a little bit. Just try to compare him to a bodybuilder. You know, the guy's like already fucking clicking a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, I look at it. Okay, good. See you later. You're wasting my time. And it's all good. I don't really care as long as they're formal about it. Like, yeah, I'm not much of a talker. See you later. You know, kind of took offense to that comment, but that's okay. No, I'm not a bodybuilder. And you look at him like, okay, that's all good. Well, I'll clam up and move on. You know, you're bigger than me. But I'm not that guy who's just going after people. Like, I'm not that guy. Sure, there's a couple people out there on YouTube I would love to get in the ring with, even though I do smoke and shit. I would love to get in the ring with them and just fight them. But it's not my intention to be like some YouTuber that goes into fighting. You know, it's not my intention. I'm a fucking production guy. So to do shit like that would be obscure as a motherfucker. Anyway, I just wanted to clarify. I'm very sarcastic. I come from a sarcastic past. Everyone in my family, you know, was technically not near as sarcastic as me. I was always the most sarcastic motherfucker. And of course, since they don't understand my neurology, they're like, oh, boy, you call him wolf trying to understand him, you know, and you're gonna fucking say something, you can't believe it. The truth is, I'm hyperactive, and that's always been my MO. Now, even when I was fat, I'm hyperactive. And when I was fat, I looked like shit. So now there was 2 different times I was fat. The last time was the most worst. I mean, I didn't look that big of fat, but I just looked so out of shape. But the fat, I was doing upside down push-ups a lot, so in keeping my muscularity up, it was just weird. I looked like a linebacker the last time. Before that, when I was fat, I was like 250. But it was linebacker kind of size. You know, I'd shoot, you know, lots of muscle in my shoulders, and the fat just made them look bigger. And then, you know, even though I was fat, it kind of looked, you know, barrel-ish, and the shoulders were big. And so I was totally different looking anatomy. So that's why today I'm an anatomy orientationist. Because when I worked out, I was like, I don't want to be a certain way again. I don't want to be this way again. I'll never want to go be fat again. I'm going to try to reverse age. Technically speaking, that's what you do when you work out. You're trying to reverse age. Let's just call it what it is. Don't act like that's not what you're doing, because that's exactly what you're doing. You just want to see if you can preserve your life at best, but also, hey, I'd like to get younger too. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to kid around and say you're not. And don't lie about it. Everybody wants to be a little younger when they get older. So my mindset, because of my ADHD, tries to make me reformulate and diagnose myself enough to where I can maybe reverse a lot of effects. I mean, I'm getting a little technical here, but it goes in metaphysical, goes biological to metaphysical. So when it goes metaphysical, your brain is elsewhere. It's not in your head. So I use that technique now. A lot of people in Black Magic would like to use a technique like that, but they're not allowed on the fucking so-called magic internet on that level. And I know you're gonna laugh a little because I'm a little lot, but yeah, they're technically certain MOs, and there are quite a few of them, are not allowed in that district. That's completely against the rules. So if you're a warlock, you can get benefits from it. You know, and if you're a warlock, you can make a metaphysical adaptation to something that's lacking. So I don't work out to get necessarily bigger all the time, but since I'm on YouTube, I figured, well, let's see what I can do with a little bit of size in the shoulders in 2 years. Because I already been working out 2 years, so 2 more years of just hitting shoulders the way I do, and let's see what they look like 2 years later. So, you know, 4 years total. But right now I'm sitting at 2 years. Now I'm looking a little thin right now because I haven't worked out today. But I mean, I do a lot of weird stuff, you know, even when I'm not working out much, and I ain't gonna lie. In the recent, it gets a little cold out to keep my body heat up. Sometimes I'm forced to do a little bit of a workout, but a lot of times I really do need a day off, or 2 days off, possibly, you know, if I can. But I never like to go to 2 days off. So what I'll do is I'll just, like Lee Priest says, push-ups, whatever. Just do a couple sets, a superset, one big superset or something. You know, he didn't say exactly that, but you know what I mean? I push into something. And then later, if I can, if I'm fucking not fucking like in a situation that's uncomfortable, like I'm cold, and I ain't gonna lie, I don't like to work out in fucking snow. Come on, let's call it what it is, man. You gotta have gloves on and shit for that. But I will do it. So you're gonna see me working indoors more. Right now, I'm just kind of using this facility to do my video. And on part 10, I didn't elaborate, so I'm gonna elaborate right now. On part 10 of my next video for calisthenics, I'm gonna go into another direction, which is I'm gonna mix in almost a lot of the stuff. I'm gonna pack it into 15 minutes, but it's just gonna be like section A1 and then section A2 of part 10. So part 10, section A1 will have about 15 minutes. The next one probably will have about 15 minutes or less. But the point is this, if you stick with this program, I'm not just trying to sell you on my program, I'm just trying to tell you what's up, because I was really out of shape. Just look at the after and before me, before and after, even though I say after first and then before later. But the point is this, if you do pay any attention to the movements I'm doing, you're going to see advancements. Okay, now I'm not saying everybody's genetically copacetic, if you will, to working out. And a lot of people are just going to claim wimpy, Maybe if they were growing up right now, the government would try to take them on and say, hey, you're not actually a girl, you're a boy, or you're a boy, not a girl. And all of a sudden their parents are going, what the fuck happened to you? The teach said, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. No, I'm just saying, just let's call it what it is, man. The world has changed to a degree where it's so fucking perverted that they'll have you, unexpectedly have your kid fucking change over from a boy to a girl going to school. You know, what kind of world do we live in? Anyway, the point is this. The government wants to fuck with metaphysics, but they're not really allowed either. So they're really pissed off. So they fucked up all the time trying to get advanced by testing humans. They test humans on everything. They test humans, and they have been testing humans like guinea pigs, like Nazis. Yet here they are now, the Democrats at least, at the very least, telling us we're Nazis when the general secret government is involved in testing human beings. So you really can't argue anyone was better than the other. They're all government gets bigger, and then it fucking treats you like you're some kind of fucking cow, and they think they're on top of things because they got planes and, like Biden said, they got jet fighters. Oh, they got jet fighters. Oh, we're fucking scared of you. We're so fucking scared of you. No, we're not. No, we're not. Fucking jet fighters are not. We're 50% of the population. I think we all know who we're talking about. So nobody's going to come at me and all of a sudden try to start a civil war.
Just because they have us at each other's throats, okay?
I'm not going to call any names, really, other than one party I just did. But, God, I had to make my point somehow.